I'm Molly, the photographer behind Molly Weir Photography. Today's video is all about first looks. In case you don't know what a first look is, it is when the couple chooses to see each other before the ceremony, spending a few moments alone together and reveling that their wedding day is finally here. This allows extra hours before their ceremony for time to hang out together, take almost all the photos beforehand, and squash some of that anxiety that tends to come with big moments. Typically, about 80% of my couples do choose to see each other beforehand. It used to be a superstition to see the bride before the ceremony, but I think people are becoming a little bit more like Michael Scott. Not superstitious, but a little stitious. I could go on and on about why a first look is awesome, but I figured why just take it from me? Why not hear from 3 of my couples on their opinions and why they ultimately chose to do a first look? If you were in the throes of planning your timeline and are on the fence about doing one or not, I hope you find this 8-minute video informative. Cheers and enjoy!
I think a big piece of it was just the schedule of our day. So we got married at 7 p.m., which we knew there wouldn't be great light afterwards, and we wanted to be able to go pretty much straight to our reception. So scheduling was a big piece of it. And I think also just there's so many butterflies during the day, and so it was really nice to kind of be able to see each other and kind of get some of that anxiety out of the way. And as nice as it would be to see each other for the first time coming down the aisle, it was also really nice to have a private moment.
Yep.
Well, semi-private because there's 2 photographers, but
we talked a lot about the tradition of it and how it would take away the tradition of seeing each other for the first time, but we really chose to do it because we were able to spend time together and experience some alone time as a couple and allow us to be one without having to worry about everybody else looking at us.
It also took some stress away, too, which is a big moment. And I thought that was pretty good. And it didn't take away from the ceremony, which I thought it would. I thought we'd feel, I'd be like, all right, this is going to be awesome, we'll get through it. But you still get that feeling, which is awesome.
Yes, I was really hoping to do the traditional, walk down the aisle, first time seeing each other. The timing of our wedding was kind of right around sunset. Mm-hmm. So we wanted our pictures to be in the light. Yep. So that's why we chose to do the first look and have our pictures ahead of time, before the ceremony. Beforehand, there was, excitement and anxiety about seeing each other. And then it was almost a relief after we saw each other. And then you're so nervous about walking down the aisle anyway. So adding in seeing each other for the first time is also taking that away was really helpful. And you could kind of focus on the whole event rather than, just seeing each other for the first time.
So before the first look, I guess I was in the mindset of getting ready and a little bit stressed about just getting everything done in time for the wedding. And then after the first look, it was kind of like nothing else mattered and just ready to get married.
It's really nice. Before the first look, just a little jittery and kind of making sure hair and makeup was done and we were going along schedule. And then afterwards, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the day. And so it was really exciting.
I was an emotional wreck before because I just am an emotional person, but it was really awesome afterward. I was still anxious for the actual ceremony part, but it took away, it was a different type of anxious now. It was a lot more calming and more comfortable.
It was real exciting.
Yeah, it was more of exciting.
Yeah, like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Only one more thing to do and we're married.
Yep.
So we did the first look at the hotel, and so there was a nice kind of walled courtyard area, and the people that were there kind of left as soon as we got there. So I felt like it was very private, and I don't know that it really would have mattered that much if there were more people there, because I was just focused on...
I don't think I would have noticed anyone else had they been there anyway, so...
I thought it was perfect. I love having it just be the 2 of us, and we've talked about this a lot, how we were actually able to feel our emotions the way that we actually wanted to feel them and not worry about any stigma of people staring at us or feeling like we couldn't feel the emotions that we wanted to. So I loved how private it was. I thought it was perfect.
She said.
So I felt like it was going to take away from seeing me walk down the aisle. But that was not the case. That it's still, I don't know, how did you feel when you saw me?
So, I didn't think about it before, obviously, right? But I kind of liked it because we did it on the porch in front of the house, kind of away from everybody, so it's a little bit more private. So I liked it, even though we had all of her bridesmaids peeking through the blinds, looking. But it was, I liked it. It was more one-on-one.
Yes, definitely.
I thought you said something really nice about, like, you don't know, like, it was a pretty emotional moment walking down the aisle, and it was good that we did the first look.
Yeah, I mean, I still teared up even after seeing her before.
Yeah, I think it was really nice just to be able to, like, spend an hour or two together before the ceremony and to see each other and to be able to, like, just share more moments that day, because I think if we had waited to see each other walking down the aisle, we would have, only spent like 5 hours together on our whole wedding day. So it was good just to, like, I don't know, spread that out a little and be able to, enjoy a lot more moments together.
So our parents were kind of against it in the beginning, but we talked to them a lot about how once we knew more about it and once we talked to you more about it, that you are going to be able to get more time together, you get more photographs, and really the most important part was that we got to spend quality time together before we get distracted by all the daily things. And it's a really important time, and I absolutely loved it, and I think I would have regretted it had we not done it, because we got to, like I keep saying, we got to spend time together. And I thought that was really, really great.
And from like an organizational standpoint, you got to look at the time of your wedding, if you're outside or inside. Yeah. Like all these factors play into it, because you want, as many awesome pictures from this awesome photographer as you can get. And it just, from an organizational standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. So if you're on the fence about that, go for it. And it does not take away from the traditional or special moment, because you're still going to get flooded with butterflies and feel like you're about to pass out.
Yeah. You still experience all the same emotions.
Yeah. In fact, all the other weddings I've always been to, it feels like the after wedding pictures are always rushed. They're like, all right, let's, y'all get together, boom, 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 all right, let's do this and let's do that. Whereas this, we kind of took our time a little bit more. Got creative. Yeah, got creative with the photos.
There are a few things I asked your advice for, Molly, on our wedding day, and one of them was about timelines and first looks, and the other one was about like doing a sparkler exit, and you were like, yes, definitely do both of them, and those are both some of the most beautiful pictures from our whole wedding day. Like if I had to pick out my favorite two, it's one from our first look and one from our exit. And I think it just really captures such like genuine raw emotion, and they're the photos where we look the happiest and the most excited. And I just think that those opportunities really allowed you to capture such beautiful photos.
Absolutely.
It was my favorite part of the whole wedding. Other than me, obviously.
Just do it. Just do the first look.